All right. Welcome you to this platform where we'll be able to look at management, leadership, and management. Okay. So we are going to look at certain questions under leadership and management. Okay. So I will be reading the questions and then we try to answer. All right. So the question is saying from section D. Okay. So this is for registered nurses, but even these other people can be able to use it. Okay. Yeah. So section D is saying answer only 2 questions from this section. Question number 1 is compulsory. You have just been posted to Rwamfumu Health Center as a sister in charge. After a few days of working, you realize nurses rarely document what they do, including the care given to patients. Okay. So the first question is saying define documentation. So before we even define that, I just want to remind you that to document, it means to write, okay, something, right? So now, in this case, where we are told to define documentation, we are saying that is any material that is used for writing a record, okay? Any material that is used for writing a record to act either as an evidence or the continuity of care in an organization. Okay, any written material, that is documentation. Okay, right, so that is the definition that we have stated. Okay, so the second question is saying list 5 types of records used in the healthcare system. Okay, 5 types of records used in the healthcare systems. So when we've said that documentation is any material that is used for documenting these things, right? So now documentation goes with records. Okay, so now when they say types of records, that's simply telling you the materials that we use when documenting, okay, when writing. What are those materials in the healthcare system? Okay, so number 1, this is very simple. Prescription. Number 1 is prescription. So now I want you to pay attention to the question there. The question is saying list 5 types of records used in the healthcare system. So to list is just to write a one-word answer. Okay, so number 1 we're saying prescription. Number 2, nursing cardex, where we write things that we do on a patient. Those are nursing cardex. Okay, then we've got drug charts, the one that we use to record the drugs that this person is receiving, the medication that this person is receiving. Okay, then we've got the antenatal register. Okay, that book in which we record things that a woman who is about to give birth or the woman who is pregnant are recorded. Okay, then we've got postnatal register. This should be very simple with you because these are the things that you're going even to see in your working place. Okay, in fact you even see them. Okay, then we've got a daily tally sheet. Daily tally sheet, the one that we record, maybe how many people have we seen. Okay, so those are some of the records that we have. Okay, now what if they have told you to state? When they have told you to state, it means that you write a one-word answer and then you explain a bit or you make a statement about that thing. For example, prescription. Okay, so now we are going to define what prescription is. Okay, so you can say prescription, this is a paper or a document that is written for a person that contains drugs that a patient should be able to take, even the dosage, the time. Okay, that's a prescription. Then the drug chart, like we've said, that the antenatal, these other things we have stated them. Okay, that is to state. Take note of that. In fact, even stating has got a lot of marks as compared to listing. Okay, because in stating you are presenting one way the answer and then you are writing these other things. Okay, so that's it. That's so. Let's move to another question. Okay, so just to remind you that in leadership and management, they like to combine questions. So in this case, they have brought questions under documentation, they'll bring under management, and then they'll bring under leadership topics. Okay. Then we've got another question that is saying, discuss the importance of documentation and reporting in nursing practice. What are the importance of documenting and reporting in nursing practice? The question is saying discuss. Okay. Now, when they say discuss, it means that you have to talk about a lot of things, like trying to answer this question, like you are explaining in details. Okay, that is to discuss. Right. So here they haven't told us the how many importance that we should be able to have. Okay, so they have, it means that it is an open answer, but make sure that you've got 35 points. When all things are grouped together, make sure that you've got 35 points. Okay, so importance number one is that it is used in communication. Okay, so we are saying that communication is a mutual interaction, okay, or a mutual interaction of words, okay, that is between two that is between two or more people. Okay, mutual means two. Okay, it's a mutual interaction of people. It's a way in which people are able to exchange words or signs. Okay, so then in communication we've got written communication, verbal communication, and non-written communication. Okay, so those are the things that we use in communication. So one of the importance of this documentation is that it is one of the importance of documentation and reporting is that there will be that connection when a person is about to give an handover. Okay, at least if something is written there, it will act as a way of communicating, as the act of telling that person to say that, okay, this is how things are. Okay, so that's number one importance. Number two importance is that it prevents errors, prevention of errors. Okay, so now since you are going to communicate, since you are going to talk to these other people, you are going to give an handover. Okay, now people will avoid errors. For example, if we are working on a patient and then we haven't documented the something to say that, okay, maybe you have given this kind of a drug to the patient. Now, how can that person be able to know if you haven't reported or documented? Okay, so now in this case it will help us to not be able to make those unnecessary errors, because we'll be following, so that okay, if it's on a drug chart, okay, this person has been given this drug, or this person has been given paracetamol, this person has been given antimetromepantine, things like that. That's another importance, okay, of these reporting and documentation. Okay, another thing is that record keeping. Okay, another thing, that record keeping. When they say record keeping, it means that these things will be kept as an evidence. Okay, if we say, for example, if they need something, maybe a patient or a client has died and now they want to go through how was the nursing care, how was the treatment. Now these things will be able to act as records. They'll be referred to. They can act as your lawyer, or they can make you to either be able to be arrested or not being arrested, being free. Okay, so that is why you should not be able to forget to document on your nursing codex and even these other records that you will be able to have. Remember to write this, because these will act as your defender. Okay, right. Then the other importance is that it acts as the continuity of care. Okay, remember that in our field as health cares, you have to give an handover. There's something that they go as an handover, where you are off for a work at some time. I mean, you are off from work at some time, and now you want someone to take it up. Okay, so now this will help them. Even if you are not there, this will help them to say that okay, this is how they have done things on this patient or on this client. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, then we have again another thing that they say, it prevents medical negligence. What does that mean, preventing of medical negligence? Okay, to be neglected, it means that somebody or something has been forsaken. Okay, so now when you are doing your nursing care, there are certain people that will maybe be able to lie against their fellow families to say that, oh no, we just came here and nothing has been done on us. So now, if you have written those things that you are doing on a patient or on a client, those people are going to investigate under that negligence, will be able to say that, no, this kind of a person has been doing these things, has been giving this care to this person. Okay, that's why it is very much important to document everything that you do on the patient. If you cannulate a patient, you document that you have cannulated the patient. Okay, if you give drugs to a patient, you indicate that you've given this drug, the dosage is this, and the time is this. So that's what it is about documentation. Okay, let's quickly move to the other question. The other question is saying, outline any five of Henry Fayol's principle of management. Okay, 5 principles of management according to Henry Fayol. So now, Henry Fayol was a leader. Okay, Henry Fayol was a person who was a leader. Okay, and at the same time a manager. So now, he wrote about 14 principles. Okay, 14 principles. Okay, and I want us to go through them. Just okay, just want us to go through them, those principles. Okay, right, 14 principles. So Henry Fayol has made some principles of management. So now you should be very careful in this case. So in this case, when you go on Google, the first thing that will be brought to you are the functions like directing, coordinating. I don't know if you have done that. Okay, so now Henry Fayol came up with 14 principles of management. Management, we are saying that it is a process of coordinating, it's a process of planning, okay, coordinating, directing, staffing, okay, that is management, okay, yeah. So now it came up that with 14 principles. Principles are guidelines, okay. What are the things that we're supposed to follow when you are acting as a manager, or when you are the manager? Number one, we are saying that Henry Fayol said that there should be division of labor, which is also called as division of work. When they say division of labor or division of work, they are simply saying that work should be handled in groups, okay. For example, if it's not the groups, then individual, but work should be shared, okay. The actual word there is that work should be shared. For example, others can be able to cannulate, okay. Others can be able to dump dust. Others can be able to give drugs. That is division of labor. You allocate people in different fields so that the effectiveness of work can be seen within a shortest period of time. That's what Henry Fayol talked about in this principle of management. Then he said another principle, that is unit of command. Okay. When they say unit of command, is that you are ensuring that there is a clear chain of command. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? It means that subordinates or workers are supposed to listen from the manager. Okay? They should be able to receive instructions from the manager, the one who has given them that task. Then we've got another principle, authority and responsibilities. This means that ensuring that there is a balance between authority and responsibility in the workplace. What is then this thing? Henry Fayol was trying to say that the manager should have some form of power, okay, and some form of dedication, okay, towards this work. The manager should have power and dedication to this work, okay. Should be able to be responsible, that is to be fully dedicated, okay. All right. Then we've got another principle, unity of direction. Directing is guiding, okay? So ensuring that everyone in an organization is working towards the same goal. That is what Henry Fayol talked about. Okay, unity of direction means that you are guiding people so that they work towards that goal. In a workplace, you are going to find different kind of people. Now, in this principle, it's saying that you have to guide these people so that you achieve your main goal. What is your main goal? If your main goal is to make sure that every person or every client that is being brought to your ward is helped, is cured, that should be your aim. And that aim is where you'll be leading these people as a leader and as a manager. Okay. Then we've got subordination of individual interest. Subordination of individual interest. Prioritizing the needs of the group over the needs of the individual. In this case, going to say that the majority wins. You as a manager, you have to be able to take a good care of your workers. Okay. Like, if your workers demand to say, I know we are supposed to do this thing. If they demand that, you are supposed to listen from them. But that thing should be correct. You have to analyze that thing before you say yes to what they are saying. But if it is okay, you follow that thing. Then we've got another principle known as remuneration. Okay, remuneration simply talks about money. So ensuring that employees are compensated in a way that motivates them. Okay, so now money should be given to the people who are working, who are called as workers or subordinates. So they should be able to receive the amount of money. Maybe if you have agreed with them that they are supposed to receive their money at month end, they're supposed to be receiving that money. And then that kind of money will be able to motivate them, will be able to encourage them, to inspire them to work. Okay. Make sure that you maintain your promises towards the payments of these people. Then we've got another principle according to Henry Ford, that is centralization. Centralization simply means that workers are supposed to have one leader. Okay, the authority is just coming from one person. Okay, and then saying that routine decisions from the top to down. Okay, that there should be one leader who is there should be one manager or one leader who is managing or leading these people. Then Henry Ford talked to us about this other principle known as scalar chain. Okay, scalar chain simply means that there should be an order in a way that maybe you report these cases. For example, if there is what can I say? Okay, in scalar chain, let me just put it. It's a process. There should be a process. Okay, a process means that it has got steps. Okay, there should be steps before you reach to the top manager. You have first to start from these people that are down there. Then you reach to the top manager. Okay, or maybe to the chief executive officer. Right. That's a scalar chain. You have to follow that order. Not like, for example, at a workplace they have wronged you, then you just go direct to the top manager. No. Should be able to report these cases in a process. Okay. Then we've got another thing called order. Order. Establishing clear rules and a sense of order and discipline. Order. This simply means that there should be a clear rules. People should not be able to do what they want to do. People should be able to follow instructions. Okay, there should not be able to be people who be working away from the goal. People should be able to work towards the goal that you have set. Then we've got equity, ensuring that everyone is treated fairly. This one is simple. Okay, in terms of explaining, equity simply means that fairness. There's fairness in the way that you are treating these people. If it means that our people are working for 12 hours, everyone is working for 12 hours, you are not supposed to give and the other person maybe 12 hours, then at the end of the day you are giving them the same amount. No, there should be equity, there should be fairness. Don't like some people and then you hate some other people. Okay, in an organization, make sure that let all the people in an organization or at your facility, even as you become as a manager or as an in charge, that people will be able to feel equal. Okay. Then we've got stability of tenure, ensuring that employees have stability in their roles. So under stability of tenure, we are saying that you have to set for example, if it is a contract, you have to set the years that they are going to spend in that contract. Let them know that at this time or this program is just for 5 years or 10 years, then they will be able to understand it very well. For example, we have set in our setup Zambia that at the age of 65, at least the person should be able to retire. So it is known to every Zambian that they have to retire. Okay. Then we've got another principle known as initiative. So encouraging employees to take responsibility and be proactive. What does that mean? when they say that that person is that person has got an initiative, it means that that person has got an extra idea or another way of doing something. That is an initiative. So to be initiative, okay, it means that you are able to encourage employees to take responsibility and proactive. Okay, right. So we've got another principle from early fire that is known as esprit de corps. Esprit de corps, which means fostering the sense of teamwork. Okay, that people should come together and work together to achieve a certain goal. Remember that a goal can only be achieved when people are working together, not when people are doing their own thing. That there's supposed to be teamwork. People are supposed to be supporting one another so that the work become easy. Okay, so those are the principles. So you just have to choose 5 principles from there. Okay, make sure that you choose 5 principles from there. All right. Which other question? There's another question that is saying, state 3 types of planning in an organization. State 3 types of planning in an organization. So let's look at those planning. All right. Types of planning. So when they say state, they are simply telling us to write a one-word answer and then talk about that one-word answer that we've written a little bit. Okay. So state 3 types of planning in an organization. Okay. So by the way, you have to know that planning has to do with setting an objective, setting what you want to achieve. Okay. Having either on a paper or on mind about what you are going to do. Okay, so then we've got 3 types of planning. Okay, we've got strategic plan and operation plan, then contingence plan. Contingence plan. Okay, right, we'll be able to review them there. Okay, so we are saying strategic. When they say strategic, it means that something that is planned, that should be planned for a long period of time. Okay, that is strategic. So under strategic plan, we are saying that it is an objective that is set for a long-term goal or for long-term goals. That is a strategic plan. And that in this plan, it can be resolved after that goal has been achieved. So for example, we have, when the year is beginning, you have people that say that, okay, by the end of this year, I must be able to buy this thing. Okay, so that can be called as a strategic plan because it is a long-term goal. It is a long-term objective. It is a long-term aim. Okay, so that's under strategic. Then we've got operation plan. When they say operation, it means that something is working. Operation is working. So when they say operation plan, simply saying that a kind of plan that is made, okay, a kind of plan that is made whilst you are working. Okay. Okay, so for example, the way we do the nursing care plans, okay, the nursing care plans, those are part of operational plans. Okay, and that for these ones they are for a short period of time because you just have to plan. Or maybe you say that, okay, maybe this patient will be able to be discharged by this time, or maybe by tomorrow or in 3 days time. So this is a short-term plan. All right, then we've got contingence plan. So this is a kind of plan that is called also that what if. Okay, what if. So this kind of plan is there to assist us in terms of having another option, planning for maybe if what you intended to do hasn't happened, what is it that you are going to do? So this type of plan is called a contingent plan. Okay, I think the spelling you'll be able to check it. Okay, so this tells that what if that thing that you plan for hasn't come to pass? What is another idea? What is another plan that you have? So that is a contingent plan. Okay, right. Let's quickly look at another question. I'm sure on this one it should be the last question. Saying, explain any 3 types of leadership styles. Leadership styles. Types of leadership styles. So have you seen even in here they have put management and also leadership, okay, topics and documentation. All right, so that's what they usually do. So now let's look at leadership styles. So styles are more like the ways, the unique way in which something is supposed to be done. So the word leadership comes from the word leading. To lead is guiding. Okay, to guide, to assist something. Okay, so when you are guiding, you are correcting people. Okay, so that's under leadership. Okay, now what are the types of leadership styles? Number 1 type we are saying is autocratic leadership style. Remember to put a style, the word style at the end. So autocratic leadership style. So this kind of style of leadership style is where a person. All right, so now in this type of leadership style known as autocracy, auto means self. Okay, so now in this type of leadership style, we are saying that a leader or a manager is able just to make decisions on themselves. They are not even inquiring from other people. It's their self. It's but from themselves only. Auto means self. So decisions are made by the person who is in charge of that organization, by him or herself. Okay, and a leader that rules this autocratic leadership style is known as autocratic leader. All right, then let's go to democratic. Okay, democratic leadership style. We are saying this is a type of leadership style in which members are free. Okay, members or workers or subordinates are free to contribute to the decisions of a leader. Okay, like you even invite people to make decisions with them. That kind of leadership is known as democratic leadership style. Everyone is free to speak for themselves. Everyone has got free rights to speak, right of speech. Okay, right. Then we've got this type of leadership style known as transformation leadership style. So under the word transformation, it means changing. Okay, so under transformation leadership of style, according to psychology, says that this is a kind of leadership style in which a person is motivated, and motivation talks about either negative part or a positive way. The negative part is that you have done something that seemed to be very wrong to this person. For example, at workplace, if somebody is going late at workplace, then you just say that, okay, from now onwards, you'll be getting half of your salary. Have you seen that? But in a positive way, we are saying that if a person is working extra hard, or if the person is not maybe working, doing that thing with that work well, you are going maybe to increase their salary scale and tell them to say that since I've increased their salary scale, I'm expecting you to be punctual at work, okay, and to be fully responsible of the work, okay. All right. Then we've got a servant leadership style. Servant, from the word servant, it means that this is a kind of leadership style in which a leader or a manager is able just to serve people, is just able to listen from the people's decisions. Like the leader is not himself, okay. He or she has centered his workers to be more like the overall boss, but in an actual sense, they are not the overall bosses, okay. All right. Okay, then we've got, in fact, before we even go to this one, okay, let's go to authoritative, okay, or dictatorship leadership style. When they say dictatorship, it means that the person alone is making decisions and that is trying to infringe. No one is able to say no when that person says, this thing is supposed to be done this. Okay. No one is able to give an excuse to what that person is saying. That kind of a leadership style is known as authoritative. Authoritative from the word authority, power over something. So authoritative leadership style or dictatorial leadership style is a kind of leadership style in which a leader is able to make decisions by themselves, cohesive decisions with power but by themselves, and that everyone should be able to obey those decisions. Okay. All right. So now we've got another type of leadership style known as how you pronounce this word, my God. Oh, bureaucratic leadership style. It's a kind of leadership style that is maybe governed by the government, okay. There is a person there, like more like the government, the president, okay. The president is leading the country. That is a type of a leadership style, okay. Then we've got charismatic leadership style. When they say charismatic, they are simply referring to something that has to do with religions, with churches, okay. So in charismatic leadership style type is that kind of a type that is being led by maybe a priest or a pastor or an evangelist, anyone from the church, okay. And that these are kind of people that come up with persuasive words to persuade people, words to convince people, okay. And the leader is known as a charismatic leader. For those of you that are Catholics, have yet understood this word, charismatic leadership style. Thank you very much. That's what I had for you. And keep on watching this. It will really help you. All right.